Okay, so before I even start doing this, I need to just address the fact that I can't hide this from the frame. So you'll have to excuse my Fanta Grape air freshener in my car because I've tried to like hook it around and it just keeps falling back down. So we'll have to ignore that. I just went to Tim Hortons. Look at my Tim Hortons. This is the iced cappuccino, the caramel one. That is what I like. Anyways, now that we've got this disclaimer out of the way, I can't hide it, we're just gonna need to deal with it. But I feel like I have a lot to talk about. The sole purpose of me posting this video, filming this video, is literally for feedback and constructive criticism. Basically, I am going to Greece alone, and I'm gonna get into why and like how I ended up booking it and my reasons for doing it. I'll get into all that in a minute, but I'm gonna be filming every day when I'm there. I'm going for a week and I'm gonna be vlogging the whole thing. And I was originally only gonna be doing that for me so that I can watch it back because I'm never gonna be 23 again solo traveling to Greece for a week, like, so I might as well film it. And I bought this camera which was so expensive and again, I'll get into that in a minute because I had a right fucking situation yesterday happen. But I was originally going to film me going to Greece just for myself. I was going to keep the videos, maybe just post them on YouTube on private. Oh, there's a helicopter. Anyways, so I was maybe just going to post them privately just so that I had them to watch back. But I've been very vocal on TikTok, and if you follow me on TikTok, which most of the people watching this probably do, because the only place I'm really going to be sharing this video is through TikTok. So if you're watching this, you've probably clicked on the link from my TikTok. But fuck me. It's okay, do you know what, we'll just wait a minute because the helicopters seem to just be swarming. I've been very vocal on TikTok in the past about the importance of doing things independently, and I love doing things alone. I always post on TikTok about my little hotel visits that I do. Like, it used to be once a month, but I haven't done it in a while. The reason that I do that, basically I'll just go and stay in a hotel alone. These fucking helicopters. In fact, do you know what? They're literally just circling the Tim Hortons car park. So whatever the reason is for that, I don't know. But like I was saying, I would go and stay in a hotel by myself, normally just a Premier Inn. And my reason for that is because I work from home and I work from my bedroom, so I have a full-time job and it feels like I'm always working. So I need to get away from my bedroom every once in a while, and it was that sort of like kick-started me doing more things independently. And even on those videos, when I posted them at the time, there were people who had messaged me on TikTok. People had commented and said, you know, that they wish they had the confidence, or like they wish that they could do things on their own. But I honestly think that doing things on your own is so important, and I haven't posted on this channel since 2022, and I don't remember what I talked about in the video that I posted in 2022 really, but I think I touched on this a little bit. Like, I was 21 at the time, and I remember just thinking like, I'm 21. I don't want to feel like I need to rely on others to do things, whether it be just going to the cinema. I love going to the cinema alone. I actually prefer going to the cinema alone than with people. Just going to Starbucks. I remember when I was studying for my driving theory test, I would go and take my MacBook to Starbucks and study in there alone, and other people were doing it as well, so I didn't feel weird doing that. But there's this weird connotation around solo traveling or doing things on your own that people think is like sad, or I don't know. I just feel like that's just not the case. I would rather 100% do things on my own that I want to do rather than wait around for other people to do them with me. Like, I have a small circle of friends. If I want to go to Greece, for example, which is where I'm going, I can't just rely on having people fork out hundreds and hundreds of pounds just to go to Greece at the drop of a hat whenever I want to. But if I have the money to do it myself, why not? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, we only get one shot at life, and I don't want to spend that time just waiting to have someone to do things with. I just don't want to do that. Little side note, I don't know if you can fucking hear the rain. I bought a white car. My car is white. I bought a white car last year. I've had to take it through the car wash once. Everyone was like, oh, I probably wouldn't get a white car, it'll get really dirty. No. It doesn't get dirty because I live in Scotland. There's no dirt on my car, because the rain cleans it daily. So with all that being said, I booked a holiday to Greece solo. I'm going alone. I'm going in October, and the reason that I'm posting this video is because, like I said, I'm going to film every day when I'm there, and I want to make sure that the quality is as good as it possibly can be, which gets me on to my mare that I have had with this camera that I bought. So I had like a bit of like an impromptu splurge the other night. I was buying myself a new phone because I'm using an iPhone 8 Plus right now, my mum's old phone, because mine broke. My iPhone XS Max broke. It just stopped. Every time I put it on, it just turned off again. So it wouldn't work. So I had to use this because I actually sold my iPhone 13 Pro to my sister because I thought it was ugly. Kind of regretted doing that when my iPhone XS Max broke, because now I'm stuck using this, which is fine. It's fine. But I was online ordering myself a new iPhone XS Max the other night, and do I want to be filming Greece on my phone? Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but I just thought, like I said, I'm not going to get another opportunity to do this at 23. I'm never going to be 23 again going to Greece alone. So I want to make sure that all of the videos that I take and stuff like that is as good quality as it possibly can be. So I thought, fuck it. And I splurged. I bought a camera. It's a 4K camera, and I'm really, really pleased with it. I love it. But it was expensive. And fun fact, I filmed this video yesterday. Last night I had filmed this, I'd spoke about all of this, and when I went back home to edit it and to upload it, I realised that my audio wasn't recording. So I spent like 40 minutes talking to this camera and it wasn't recording my fucking voice. So I bought a camera. I bought everything that I need for it. A tripod, SD card, a battery pack, just everything that you need. Screen protectors, case, things like that. However, I bought the wrong SD card, so this video is not going to be in 4K. Because I didn't really realise that you needed to buy a 4K SD card. I didn't realise that you needed to get a specific SD card for a 4K camera. So the one that I have right now is only HD compatible, which is fine. It's fine, but just so you know, when I do the videos in Greece, I'm gonna like vlog my whole experience, and it will be in 4K, which is great. But anyways, the reason I want to post them publicly and film the entire trip is because, like I said, when I'd been quite open about enjoying doing things independently in the past, I've had conversations with people in DMs that had said to me that they wish that they were able to do that, or if they wish they had the confidence to do stuff like that. And I love watching people solo travel. It's one of my favorite types of content to watch. And if by me posting my experience as a first time solo traveler is able to help or reassure people that it can be a good experience and I can share that, if that's able to inspire someone to also do the same thing, like if you've been thinking about doing it and you just haven't found the courage to do it, or to just say fuck it and like book something, maybe if I film and document my entire first time solo traveling, then people might see that it's not actually so bad. I mean, I'm hoping that it's not bad. I think the most anxiety inducing part of it is more so the actual traveling aspect. Like, I know when I'm in Greece, I'll be fine. But it's the airport, the flight, like, I feel like that's more anxiety inducing for me. But once I'm actually there, I know that I'll be fine. Like, I'll be totally fine. So, okay. Oh, she just fucking smacked my car. It's okay. She just fucking smacked my car. So, long story short, the reason that I booked it so like spontaneously, it was like a very impulsive, impromptu booking. I went to Greece in April. We went to Rhodes, me and my friend, and I genuinely had like the best week of my life. Because this year was the first year that I'd went abroad since 2019. Obviously with like COVID and stuff, and just lack of money. I hadn't been abroad in 5 years. So it was really nice just to get the fuck away from here for a week. But also the hotel that we stayed in, it was the Bel Air Hotel in Rhodes. It was so nice. It was so nice. If I can, I'll try and include... I don't know if I'm going to regret saying this, because the editing part of this, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But if I can figure it out, I'll try and include some clips of Rhodes when I was there in April. So it was such a fun time. We went on a booze cruise, which was like one of the days we were there. It was like a 6-hour boat trip. We went around the island to all these little like beaches, like bays. Just picture anything that you learned in geography class in school, like how those like natural beaches are formed. It was like that. It was like that vibe. And then we all went swimming in the sea. It was literally just like a boat trip with a bunch of strangers, but everyone was like talking to each other. It was actually really fun. I might have to do that again when I go back. But yeah, it was just one of the best times of my life. I felt so happy. And when I got back, I was just desperate to go back. I was like, I want to return to Rhodes expeditiously. So, and I've been to so many places, and there's so many places that I want to go back to. Like, me and my friend are thinking about going to Fuerteventura next year, which I've been there before. I love Fuerteventura. Everything that comes up on my TikTok For You page is just like those really aesthetically pleasing Fuerteventura, like on the beach and stuff, and like the drone shots of like Fuerteventura. But when I got back at the end of April, oh, there's the van. Fuck it, I just need to like, if anyone sees me filming with a camera in public, fuck it. I need to get the practice in. I need to become more comfortable. Don't fucking hit my car. I need to get more comfortable being confident in front of a camera in a public space, because I'm going to be taking it everywhere with me in Greece, so might as well. But I got back at the end of April and I booked the trip in May. I was like, I want to go back, and I can't, like I said, I can't just expect people to have hundreds and hundreds of pounds to book at a time when it's convenient for me and to a place where I want to go. Only you can do that. Only you are able to go to the exact place you want to go and at the exact time you want to go. You can't always have someone who has the money and the time to do it with you. And I think when I realised that, that's when I was like, why should I miss out on doing things because I don't have someone to go with? Like, there will absolutely be times where I experience things with others. The future love of my life, wherever he is, I don't know. But there will be times where we can do those things. But there's also a time and a place to do things alone, and that's honestly one of the main reasons why I just bit the bullet and was like, let's just book it. It was very spontaneous. I like shut my eyes and like pressed book, like, and then I was like, there's no going back. And there really is no going back, because the flights are not refundable, and they were like £700. So there's no going back, and I think that's actually quite a good thing. But I'm going to show you the hotel that I'm going to. So it's called the Angela Downtown Hotel in Rhodes. Yes, I'm going back to Rhodes. The only reason that I'm choosing to go back to Rhodes as like my first solo travel thing was because, like I said, I was in Rhodes in April, and the whole airport situation was really quite straightforward. It was one of the easiest airport situations that I've ever experienced. Like, when we got off the plane, when we arrived at Rhodes, you literally walk into just like this building, the airport, and show your passport, and then you immediately after you show your passport, you pick your luggage off the little conveyor belt, and then that's it. And I don't know if that's the same at every airport. Like, I've been to so many places, but I was a little bit younger. I don't remember really, but that was one of the most straightforward. Like, there was no walking around to find where our luggage was coming from. There was no like big long walks down ramps and shit like that. It was just like, you got off the plane, walked in here, showed your passport, took your suitcase, and then left. It was so straightforward. So that's partly the reason that I'm going back to Rhodes, because I don't want to overwhelm myself and go somewhere where the airport situation is going to be really confusing. Arrive in a foreign country and not have any idea where to walk, what direction to go in, where to find my luggage. That is a no. So that was one of the main reasons that I chose Rhodes as the first place to go alone, but also because it was so nice and I would go back there expeditiously anyway. So there's like another picture. It's kind of one of the main things that made me book this hotel specifically was because one of the first reviews that I seen I think it was on TripAdvisor, was, in fact, it was the first review that I seen, was someone who said, perfect for solo travelers. And that was my sign. Because I was sort of still like, not sure. I was like, oh, am I going to book this? Am I really going to book this? And then as soon as I saw that review, I was like, it's a sign. So I booked it. And it does look perfect for solo travelers. It's like a small, it's like a little hotel. It's just a nice hotel. It has a gym, which I will not be using. It's like the rooms. Can you see? Nice little bathrooms in the rooms. Very nice. And there's like another angle of the room. I don't know if anyone cares about this, but you know how sometimes like when you go to like certain hotels, especially if they're a bit more affordable, I wouldn't necessarily say this was affordable, but it wasn't as much as what, it was actually less than what I was expecting to pay. And like I said, the flights were like £700. I don't think the accommodation was much at all. I'd look into like getting like flights separately, but then I thought, that's just too confusing. I probably could have saved a lot of money if I just like flew with flights separately, but I don't think Ryanair, actually they do. I was going to say I don't think Ryanair fly to Rhodes, but they definitely do. I've seen multiple Ryanair planes when I was in Rhodes, so. But anyways, there's some cheaper hotels like have like kind of scabby looking rooms. There's nothing wrong with that, and to be honest, if I was going with somebody, it'd be slightly different. But if I'm going alone, I know that I'm going to be spending quite a lot of the time in the room. I'm not going to be really going out too much in the evenings. I might try, but again, we'll see what happens and we can do that together. I want my room to be my sort of vibe, and it needs to be somewhat modern, and those rooms look really nice. But I've seen a lot of hotels that were in the same sort of price range that had like those, you know, like the typical 2004 type bedding. It looked just not my vibe. I just want to feel as comfortable as possible. After doing like a lot of looking, I found that hotel and I was like, that's the one. So like I said before, I love going and staying in hotels by myself, normally just in Glasgow. I never expected to have like my first solo trip be abroad. I always thought that my first solo trip would be maybe like Edinburgh or something, like going to Edinburgh for a couple nights, or I've always wanted to go to Newcastle and like Liverpool. And I know that Newcastle's quite easy to get to from here. I think it's literally just a train. Or Blackpool. I love Blackpool and I haven't been there since 2013. I need to go back there, and if I do, I will try and document everything that I do just so that I can look back on it. But also, I know that my last YouTube video got like 200 views. So if 200 people watch me going to Greece and it helps someone just say fuck it, and hopefully me sharing my experience and documenting it will help them decide if that's something that they want to do or not, then that's really what matters to me. Because I was, like I said, I was going to just film it for myself, but I thought, why not? I've been pretty vocal about it on TikTok, about the importance of doing stuff independently, so why not film it for everyone to see? But, like I was saying, I always thought my first solo trip would be somewhere local, like in the UK. Didn't think that my first solo trip would be flying 5 hours to a different country and being there for a week. But I can't tell if it's better or worse to do it that way. Like, is it better to like dip your toe in and like travel to like fucking, I don't know, Birmingham or something? Or is it better to just like really go full on and go for a week abroad by yourself as your first trip alone? I don't know. I guess if I can do this, I can do anything. Like, I can do any smaller, more local trips. Like, that wouldn't be a problem for me. I think it'll be a good thing for my anxiety. I think if I can do this, I'll be really proud of myself, because if you had fucking told me 3 years ago that I would ever be traveling alone to Greece for a week, I wouldn't have believed you, because 3 years ago I did not have any money. If you had told me 3 years ago that I'd be sat in my own fucking car right now, I would not have believed you. If you had told me that I would have passed my driving test, I would not have believed you. If you had told me I would have had a full-time job for over 2 years and I'm taking myself to Greece and I'm filming it on a £600 camera, I would not have believed you. So I think I'll feel really proud of myself once I do this. And I think it'll be a nice thing to share. 100% recommend the iced cappuccino. I used to be such an iced latte kind of person. No. Like, I like an iced latte, but this is just better. It's just better. I don't know if you can still see me because I just took a puff of my vape. Oh, there's a wasp. Absolutely not. Ooh. Ew.
Self-care and BetterHelp makes it easy to get started. With affordable online sessions, you can do.
That's enough of that. My one request from anyone who's watching, and by the way, thank you so much if you've made it this far into this video of me just rambling and talking, but if you can either leave a comment or send me a DM on TikTok or Instagram with any feedback regarding the editing of this and the quality, because like mentioned, I just want to make sure that the videos that I take when I'm traveling are as good as they can be. Will also be in 4K, fingers crossed. I have ordered the correct SD card, so I bought a 4K camera and it's currently not filming in 4K because I didn't buy the fucking correct SD card. But they'll be in 4K, and just let me know. I would really appreciate that. And if you are someone who's interested in solo traveling content, then make sure to let me know and subscribe, because it'd be nice to be able to share the experience with people. I think probably the hardest part, and I think it was Mark Ferris. I was watching him because he does a lot of solo traveling content. I would strongly recommend you watch them if you're interested in that. But he was saying, like, one of the hardest parts about solo traveling is if you're like in a situation where, let's say you're on the beach or something, or you're just like looking at a really nice view and you kind of just wish that you had someone there to share that moment with. I think that I can see where he's coming from with that, and I can see why that would be kind of like shit, but I'm still experiencing it, and that's really the main thing that matters. And then if I'm filming it, then I can share it with anyone who watches. And if that's the same amount of people that watched my last video, then that's 200 people. So it'll make me feel less. If there's ever any moments where I feel kind of lonely, which I really don't think I will. I really like being in my own company. I don't ever really feel lonely. But if there are any moments where I feel lonely, at least I know that I can, at least I'll know that people are still going to be watching, and I can just pick up the camera and talk. Yeah. So that's that. And before I go, I just want to show you, let me just show you right here. So these are all these little teddies that I bought. This is completely unrelated to what I said, like, in this whole video, but these are all the teddies that are in the back seat of my car. So we have Dorothy the dolphin, Priscilla the pig. Oh, we have Brandon the beaver here. He's there. We have Bobby the boba iced tea. We have Brandon's brother Brendan. Tony the turtle. There's Gloria the globefish hiding in there. And then this one here is the one that my mum got me from Claire's. I think it's like a banana milkshake or something. I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna stop the video now because I feel like I've spoken for so long, and I need to go home. I'm baking cookies today with my mum because it's her friend's 50th party, or her friend's 50th birthday on Tuesday, so she's been like doing a lot of DIY stuff, and I thought I would make cookies for her to take with her. So yeah, that's my plan today. It's my day off. Thank God for that. Yeah, I'm so tempted to get a Greggs. Like, the Greggs that has just been staring me in the face. The Greggs is really just staring me in the face. Right, just zoom out a little bit there. I've just watched back a couple of the clips and I realised that my lens, like the camera lens, had a slight little smudge of like a fingerprint on it, and you can see throughout the whole fucking video that I've just filmed, there's like a smudge. I am so fed up, but I'm not filming this video again. This is the second time I've filmed this video and said the same thing. Yesterday there was no audio, today there's a smudge, but at least you can hear what I'm saying. I'll try and make sure when I'm in Greece that I wipe the camera lens before I actually start recording. So yeah. If you have made it this far, thank you for watching. Again, please let me know, send me a DM, like the video if you like, and I need all the feedback I can get in terms of the edit and in terms of the quality. Bearing in mind this will be in 4K when I get the correct SD card. Now, right now it's not. That's my own fault. Also, I'm going to stay in a hotel next month by myself. I'm probably just going to go back to the Premier Inn. I fucking love the Premier Inn in St Enoch's Square in Glasgow. It's my favourite hotel. So I'm going to be going there next month. So I might even do a little vlog of that just to get some more practice in before I go to Greece. But yeah. Let's end the video with a little bit of positivity from my positive potato. For some reason I have an obsession with stuffed animals in my car. Like, they all live in my car. But this one, I may be a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. Isn't that just the fucking cutest thing you've ever seen in your life? So that lives right here next to my lip oil.